But can you talk about how much American retirement money is tied up with the CCP, and how if this starts going sideways over there, like that'll have a trickle down effect back to Americans?
Absolutely, Jason. The U.S. pension funds, like the Chinese insurance companies and insurance groups as well, they were served as a guarantee or investments into these real estate groups. However, when the real estate market, kept a mortgage in the bank, they keep raising repetitive mortgages, meaning that they can probably use one banknotes and they will be able to mortgage multiple times and take away the monies. So this is primarily why that the Chinese Communist Party's banks will all go into bankruptcies, and ultimately because the money were taken away back in the years, and this is primarily why those Communist Party's real estate groups would not be able to repay the foreign debts that Mao's mentioned. That the total amount of the CCP's real estate market goes as high as 95 trillion. However, in order to make up the difference and in order to repay the debt, you will probably need another 100 trillion USD dollars to cure that market, which is almost impossible. So wow. The entire CCP's real estate, model was built on a suicidal structure, was built on financial theft and financial corruption. This is the core reason, and this is, the main, logic that Mao's have been saying since 2017, that there's one day that the CCP's real estate market will go into bankruptcy and go collapsing. And this is what exactly that we saw today.
Did you say 95 trillion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Ben.
I can't. I get high blood pressure just thinking about that. Okay. So when you talk about decouple, when the NFSC talks about the United States decoupling from China, wouldn't that be a huge blow to China?
Absolutely. I think that, there are lots of investments that in the past years went directly from the West into the Chinese Communist Party. The most famous hedge funds and investment groups all have strong ties with the CCP. And in fact, that the earliest invest groups in China that was built by Chinese Communist Party's relatives or families or, affiliated persons directly. So I think that once the United States decides to have a strong decouple from the Chinese Communist Party, it will cause a huge financial thunderstorm into the CCP.